Rwanda. Rwanda is an outstanding, unique destination and country. It is known as the land of 1,000 hills, and this piece highlights a number of interesting facts about this country. Rwanda's official name is the Republic of Rwanda, and the capital city is Kigali. Rwanda is a landlocked country. It is hilly and fertile, with a population of about 13 million people as at 2020. Now, when it comes to Rwanda, nearly every tourist has one activity at the top of their itinerary: to go gorilla trekking. Nature lovers can go on safari in a Kigali National Park and get a bird's eye view of the Ngwe forest from a canopy walk. These and many more we're going to uncover about this great country, Rwanda. The country has made serious strides in conservation to protect animals. From historical museums that inspire to incredible meals served high above the flashing lights of the city below, Rwanda is full of promise and wonder. Exploring it will leave you emotional and enlightened. Join us in this journey as we celebrate, discover, and explore everything to do with Rwanda and why this great African country is indeed an icon within the continent. Join us in this journey. Muraho. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good and keeping safe. Now, my name is Efe and I make videos on lifestyle, travel, because I just love to travel. And I think traveling within the African continent is something that is so special. It's different when you do travel within the African continent. There's just a different vibe that you get. There's a different cultural experience that you experience. And due to popular request, I have decided to do this video on, you guessed right, on Rwanda. Rwanda is a country that I absolutely love so much. And it definitely is in my list of countries to visit in Africa. I was actually supposed to go there last year for a wedding. So we're just going to be looking at what makes Rwanda really special. Rwanda has had a lot of good press. It's tagged as one of the cleanest countries, not just in the East African region, but in the whole of Africa. What exactly makes this country tick, and definitely one to tick off when traveling within the African continent. So anyway, this video is not political in any way, shape or form. It's talking about the beauty and the facts surrounding Rwanda as a country, boosting more tourism within Africa. So that's what this video is about. Please, any political views, we don't really need that. What we're doing is celebrating everything that has to do with Rwanda, especially because of what the country went through in the 90s and the way it's been able to bounce out of that and become one of the icons within the African continent. Now, without much further ado, let's jump in and see and discover why this country is so special and why it is having so many people talking about it. Now, Rwanda is a landlocked country in Africa, which is like the heart of Africa. And it is known as the country of 1,000 hills because it is got such a beautiful, picturesque views from the mountaintops. It's got all of that nature and greenery in the land. It actually has plastic bags banned in the country. It has put in place a lot of buffers to conservation. Now, the thing is, plastic bags is one of the major causes of waste and pollution. And the fact that this country is so forward thinking in actually banning them. I like plastic bags, but what they do to the environment is actually very, very bad. I mean, in the medium and long term, even in the short term. Now, Kigali is the capital of Rwanda, and it is actually 694 miles from the equator, which shows you that this country is actually close to the equator. Now, it was interesting to learn that prior to 1994, Rwanda was known to be a francophone country. That has changed since then, and There is like 4 dominant languages in Rwanda. We're talking about English, French, Kiswahili, and Kinyarwanda. I hope I pronounced that right. Please, I want us to engage. If there's more to learn about this country, which I haven't talked about, please leave that comment so we can engage and know more and more about this beautiful oasis in Africa. Now, Africa has been blessed with a lot of agricultural produce, and Rwanda definitely takes a stand in this one, producing one of the best teas and coffee organically grown and brewed within the country. Now, the country has 3 national parks. Akagera, the largest national park, well known for the big 5 animals and its popular game drive. Uyungwe, the greenest national park with a natural forest, is well known for the chimpanzee species as well as many endemic bird species. Now, another thing I love about Rwanda is it's a bird watcher's paradise. Rwanda is the home to a lot of rare species of birds. Of the 23 rare species of birds in the world, Rwanda is home to 7 of these birds. The Inyungwe Forest is home to a lot of these birds. The gold-crested crane is also the national bird of Rwanda. Rwanda is also home to a lot of gorillas, and these gorillas are being protected by the government to avoid anything to do with poaching or indiscriminate killings of these animals, which helps to promote tourism within the country in the protection and preservation of their wildlife. Dian Fossey made Rwanda famous with her studies of the gorillas living there at the time. Even Elaine DeGeneres jumped in on this because she also has supported the Dian Fossey Fund there, which goes in protecting the gorillas living in their natural habitat. It goes in protecting them and creating a permanent home for them. An American movie which also highlighted the life of Dian Fossey is the 1998 movie Gorillas in the Mist. This tells of the story of the naturalist Dian Fossey, who studied the mountain gorillas extensively, and she put in a lot of effort in building a fortified conservation for this endangered species of animals. Now, the beauty of this is the government has also put measures in where the gorillas are not disturbed, like they want to preserve the area where they live in without having too many tourists or too many people coming in there and going out, because they want it to be an undisturbed natural habitat for these gorillas. The trekking permit fees was raised to over $1,000 just to make sure that this conservation area remains conserved and definitely not as disturbed. Now, it has been researched that people share up to 97% of the genetic code with gorillas. Ha! Yes! That is what the research says. Now, another beautiful fact I learned about Rwanda, which makes my mouth even water even more. We're coming to the food. We have not even gotten to the food yet, so wait. Was the fact that they do host a car-free day every month. Now, every month, people are discouraged to take their cars out, and they basically walk the streets, go into the streets, riding their bikes, exercising together. It's basically like a pollution-free day, and this is to encourage exercise and focus on healthy living. Now, on the back foot of this is the Umuganda Community Service. Similar to what we did here back in the day, I don't think we do this environmental sanitation, because Nigeria used to have an environmental sanitation day where it wasn't the whole day, actually, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., where people are encouraged to clean their environment, clean their homes, to encourage people working together and building and fostering a cleaner environment, as well as building healthier relationships. This is called the Umuganda Community Service in Rwanda, and this was also brought about to not just clean and sanitize, also foster that community togetherness where people come together and clean their communities together. Everyone is expected to contribute during that day in whatever way they can. Many estimate that the practice has been instrumental to the country's development, especially over the last couple of decades. It's just amazing. And I was so delighted to also uncover that 61% of their parliament was made up of women. So it's a very strong gender equality country, which is just amazing. I mean, I have to come and visit this place. Now, we're going to talk about Lake Kivu. Now, Lake Kivu is home to a lot of fish, we are now slowly getting to where I want to get to. Lake Kivu is a large lake that separates parts of Rwanda and the DRC. Lots of species of fishes, lots of fresh fish to eat. Now, I'm not saying that the fish is only for eating, don't get me wrong. The fishes are also beautiful sea life that also contributes in making it such a spectacular country to visit. But, obviously, like, some of this sea life will be eaten. And, I heard they've got like really nice fresh fish. Now, when you travel across Africa, you notice that even though we do have different cuisines from one another, there's some dishes that just sort of replicate themselves. And this can be seen in the umutsima, which is a dish in Rwanda. Now, it's a combination of cassava and corn. Isombe is cassava leaves with eggplant and spinach. And misuzu is fried plantain. So you can see next time I go to the market here, I'll say, please, can I have 4 fingers of misuzu? I'm sure they'll look at me and be like, what's she on about? So I love the fact that, Africa we are actually one, and we stand in one in our food as well. Now, there's an abundance of tropical fruits there, where there's an abundance of bananas, mangoes, pineapples, papaya. Now, potatoes are quite popular there, and this is thought to have been introduced by the German back in the day when they were occupying the country. There's also an abundance of sweet potatoes, beans, corn, millet, plantains. Now, when you go into a typical Rwandan household, it is a grave insult for you not to accept a meal or a drink that the host has offered. And they oftentimes would eat or taste that drink first before passing it on to the visitor to show that it is safe for consumption. And that is so amazing, because that is sort of similar to my culture, where if you go into someone's house and you are offered something, it is actually a bit of an insult if you refuse to, because that is the way where we actually show each other love and that oneness in community and seeing each other as the extended family members. Now, the Ibirai sweet potato fries are such a favorite within the country. These fries are made really specially because they're really nice, long and thin, and crispy on the outside and pillowy soft on the inside. Now, it's served with tomato sauce as well as brochette, which is a popular staple in the country. Now, depending on the region where one might be from, Igisafurai, Igisafulia or Igisafurai is a staple that is made with plantains, chicken, seasoned with spices and veggies. And you also have Isombe, the cassava pounded leaves, as well as agatodo. In terms of internet, they've got the fastest. Rwanda also has 5 volcanoes, which is just incredible. Honestly, like, I don't know if I'm gonna go to those sites. The Karisibi, Muhabura, Bisoke, Sab, Yinyo, Gahinga. The Karisimbi is the highest volcano among the others, with 4,507 meters above sea level. Now we can see how beautiful this country is. They have top hotels within the country that you can stay in, from 5-star hotels to 4 stars and 3 stars. So you would not definitely lack in a choice of places where you can stay, as well as short-let apartments. It is a very touristic destination to visit, and the people are so hospitable. They're very welcoming, and you would absolutely have a blast there. And don't forget to thank me later. And I hope I've definitely contributed in whetting that appetite on us getting our hiking gear and getting our backpacks and indeed travel to the land of Rwanda. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're going to be letting us know even more fun facts in the comment section. And I hope you're going to be putting that country in your list, because I definitely am. So until I come your way again, it's me, FA, signing off and out. I'll see you soon. Take care.